Okay, hi children. I think the next question is there display now. Remember, we have done with slope, gradient, angle between two lines, parallel or perpendicular lines. We had seen when two lines are parallel, the slopes are equal. Perpendicular and angle between two lines is tan theta, modulus of m1 minus m2 upon 1 plus m1 m2. Then these are the different forms of line also we just explained to you. So we will do some questions on this up to here, and then we will go ahead with the general equation of straight line. Anyway, come to the point, let us have a look at the question here. Find the equations of two straight lines. Okay, fine. 2 or 1, it doesn't matter for me now because I have to find the equation of a straight line. Through the point 2 minus 1, making an angle of 45 degree with the line 6x plus 5y minus 1. Now this is interesting. I'll tell you why. Now they are asking equation of a line. So we know equation of a line is always y minus y1 is equal to m of x minus x1. Please understand the working. Okay. Y minus y1 is equal to m of x minus x1. Fine. Now you already know the equation of line. The line passes through the point 2 minus 1. So through minus 1, then this will become my x1 and y1. So what happens here? So eventually it will imply y minus y1 is equal to m of x minus x1. I just substitute in place of this thing. Now, if I want this line, I need to find the value of m. Now, see, if this sum would have been such that it is parallel to this line or it is perpendicular to this line, then whatever slope you derive from this, accordingly it is equal, or m1 m2 is equal to minus 1, you can get the solution. But that's not a point. They are given something else. They are going to find the equation of two straight lines through the point, making an angle of 45 degree with the line. So that means, there is a point. So this is the line here. Okay, now there are two straight lines. Now, what are 1 or 2? I'm just measuring this out. This angle, this angle they are saying it is 45 degree. I told you when an angle between the lines are given to you. Trying to tell you from this explanation is that I know the angle between the lines are given to you. So whenever the angle between the lines are given to you, you use the complete angle formula. Now let us see. One of the line is 6x plus 5y minus 1 equal to 0. So now let us see this part. So tan theta is equal to plus and minus m1 minus m2 upon 1 plus m1 m2. Do you agree with this formula? Do you remember this formula? Why I take the complete angle? Because the angle is given to you between the lines, right? So now hold on. Now from here, see, the line is making an angle of 45 degree with this particular thing, right? So I think from here I can find the slope of this. So here if I say phi1 is equal to minus 6x plus 1, so y is equal to minus 6 by 5x plus 1 by 5. So this is my m1. I don't know the other line. Remember this, the other slope I don't know. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to minus 6 upon 5 I will utilize over here and see what happens. Because I need to find m in actual. Right? So tan theta plus ke saath m1. So m1 I have taken this m1 as minus 6 upon 5 minus m2 upon 1 plus m1 into m2. This is one way of working. Second, I will take the minus sign also. So just take this out. I will take the minus sign. So tan theta is nothing but m1 minus of, that is minus 6 upon 5 minus m2 upon 1 plus minus 6 upon 5 m2. Because you get two slope because you are using the complete angle formula. Why are you using this? Because the angle is given to you. I have specified when I take an angle between the lines. So let us see this part clearly. So if I want to work tan theta, tan 45. So this theta will replace by 45. This theta will replace by 45. Because we need the slope also, right? Because without slope, the line cannot be formed. Now, anyway, coming to a point, let us see this part clearly now. Tan 45 is 1. So what happens now? This will become 1 minus, if I cross multiply, 1 minus 6 by 5 m2 is equal to minus 6 by 5 minus m2. right? Similarly, it will be 1. So 1 minus 6 by 5 m2 is equal to, now minus into minus will become 6 by 5, minus into minus will become plus m2. Now see what happens now. I need to find the m2 value. So now this comes over here. The m I am talking about. This comes over here. This you can take this side anyway. Doesn't make a difference. So I'll take this side. So 1 plus 6 upon 5 is equal to minus m2 plus 6 upon 5 m2. Similarly here also I want to find m2 now. So 1 minus 6 upon 5 is equal to m2 plus 6 upon 5 m2. Now 5 plus 1 6, 5 plus 6 11 upon 5. Now here you have to be careful because I think this is 1 over here. If you find the LCM here, this will be 5. So 6 plus 5 11 is equal to, here the LCM will be 5. So minus 5 m2 plus 6 m2 is plus m2, right? So I think I got this point clear. So m2, one of the slope I got as 11. So similarly here what I can say is, if I find the LCM, 5 minus 6, so minus 1 upon 5, and here also 5 m2 plus 6 m2 is 11 m2 upon 5. So 5 gets cancelled. So m2 is nothing but minus 1 by 11. Now having said that, you got the slope, that is m2 is 11 or m is 11 for me, right? Or it will be minus 1 by 11. Take this m is equal to 11, put in this, you will get 1, right? Take this and put in this again, you will get the angle line. So let us see what happens if I put m is equal to 11. So this will become y plus 1 is equal to 11x minus 22. So I think you can do this now. So this is y minus 11x is equal to or plus 23 equal to 0. The first line, you got it. Second line, okay. So by mistake you are not taking the minus side. You might lose 1 mark. Because angle is given, you have to consider complete angle formula. Angle between the lines. Okay, keep that in mind. Otherwise, you can use only the positive, only positive form of the equation, the modulus sign. Remember, modulus sign has to be there. The reason is, if it comes negative, it has to be taken converted to positive. So anyway, coming to the point, or minus 1. So when the slope is minus 1 by 11, so I am writing here y plus 1 is equal to minus 1 upon 11 minus 1 upon 11 x minus 2. Now what will happen now? 11 by plus 11 is equal to minus x plus 2. So you can just convert this out now. 11 by plus x plus 9 equal to 0. So these are the two equations of line. So I do understand there is a confusion here, that why we got two slopes. Why? Because you use the complete angle formula over here, because angle is given to you. If this is not given to you and they give you slope of this line and this line, you directly apply the formula and put in this and get the answer for this. Okay, keep that in mind. Anyway, now angles are required because that slope is concerned, which you have to take it from that particular point of value. I hope you got this point clear. Slightly not tricky as such, but you need to understand how to think about this question properly. Okay children, so pause and note it down. You will see some good examples coming up and with a better explanation module. Please take it down. Okay children, let us see the next question now. They are saying find the equation of a line. So I do understand whenever they ask you an equation of a line, it is y minus y1 is equal to m of x minus x1, no doubt. Joining the origin, so one of the coordinate is given as 0, 0. To the point of intersection of these two lines. There is a point here, so you have to use the 2-point form here. 1 point already have. Because what they are telling you, this is the x-axis value. Suppose I am not presuming that these lines are this. So what they are telling, this is the line, suppose. So from the origin, find the equation of this line L1. So if this point is already there, 0, 0. So this point of intersection you can get. How I can get the point of intersection of two lines? If you remember class 8, 9, 10, the point of intersection of two lines will be the common solution of x and y. So roots of x and y. So how I get it? By solving them simultaneously, you get the point of intersection of two lines. So let us solve the sum equation. 4x plus 3y is equal to 8, and eventually this will become what? X plus y is equal to 1. So I need to find the value of x and y. That will be the other point, that is point of intersection of line. So if I can multiply by 3, so I will do 3x, 3y and 3. You can change over here. This cancels here. So x is nothing but 5. So once you got x as 5, substitute any values. I can say x plus y is equal to 1 given to you. So x plus y is equal to 1. So what will happen now? X is 5. So 5 plus y is equal to 1. Y is nothing but minus 4. So the other point. So the 2 points are 0, 0 and 5, comma, minus 4. Now you have to focus on this. That is, find the equation of the line joining the origin and this point. Great. So you can take, this is the line which I am trying to find, AB. Right? So how I find the AB line? You know that any point you can take y1, x1, but m I have to find first. So from here m will be y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. So answer is minus 4 upon 5. So use this m, and you can either use this point or this point. The answer may not change. So what will happen now? I put this value now. So any point, I think this is better. Y minus 0 is equal to minus 4 by 5 x minus 0. So let me just test this out. So 5y plus 4x equal to 0. Okay, now I am just testing my knowledge here. I am just putting this 5 minus 4 into this. So what will happen now? Y minus 5 is it, sorry, what I am doing? Y plus 4. I am taking this point and trying to find the equation. Y plus 4 is equal to m. M is what? Minus 4 upon 5 x minus 5. So I think we have 5y plus 20 is equal to minus 4x plus 20. So cancel. So 5y plus 4x equal to 0. So that's it. Whether you take this as x1 y1 or this as x1 y1, the equation remains the same. But what is the important point is, understand the question. Find the equation of the line joining the origin, one of the point is origin, and the point of intersection of these two lines. So I solve them simultaneously. So x and y, I got the point of intersection. So one point is A is here, B is here. So they are asking find the equation of AB line, because that's the line which joins these 2 points. Okay, so questions are very simple. You need to analyze it and just put your thoughts into it, how you get to the equation, and that's the point. Okay, I hope you got this point, children. So pause and note it down. Okay, children, the next question coming up on the screen here. Find the equation of a straight line, no doubt about it, passing through the point 2, 3. So I definitely x1, y1, you can take 2, 3, no problem. And the cutting of equal intercept. So when you see the word intercept and they are asking equation of straight line, I reach my word intercept and equation of straight line, that will be using the intercept form. Now if you remember, what is the intercept form? It is x upon a plus y upon b is equal to 1. So a is the x intercept, b is the y intercept. I hope you got this point clear. So what I am trying to tell you is, they are asking find the equation of straight line passing through the point 2, 3 and cutting off equal intercept. So find the equation of straight line passing through the point 2, 3 and cutting off equal intercept. So when I say equal intercept, so I do understand this is x upon a. Now here equal intercept. So instead of taking the other intercept as b, I can take the same intercept because they are saying equal intercept. X upon a plus y upon a is equal to 1. So eventually this will become x plus y is equal to a. This is the equation with equal intercept. But it's an incomplete equation. Why? Because variables I understand, but I cannot have a constant in terms of unknown format. So I will look something beyond this now. What is given to you? Then find the equation of straight line passing through the point. That means this line, this point lies on the line. Right or not? Now this point lies on the line. So when this point lies on the line, that means it satisfies class 10, the first exercise of straight line. Any point lying on the line satisfies the line. Any point, any line passing through the point. So this line is passing through the point 2, 3. So satisfy this. So as 2, 3 lie on line, what will happen? This will satisfy, because I need to find A, because I can't leave this equation in A format. Okay, so 2 plus 3, 2 plus 3, so 2 plus 3 is equal to A is equal to 5. So now I got A value as 5, place it back, so my line is, this is what exactly I want to share. This is why exactly I am trying to tell you what it is. Got the message clear? Okay. Slight modification in the question, next one. Intercept is equal. Right? I took in both the case A because they have mentioned equal intercept. That's it. Intercept is equal but opposite in sign. Fine? So if I take one of the intercept as A, the second will be minus A, which is equal to 1. Now what I can do, this plus into minus will become minus. So this I can write x minus y is equal to A. Now once again the same format, 2 and 3 lies on the line. So if 2, 3 lies on this line, therefore it satisfies. So 2 minus 3. So 2 minus 3 is equal to A. So A is equal to minus of 1. Take it and put in this. Take this and put in this. What happens? So x upon minus 1 plus y upon minus A, minus of minus 1 plus 1 is equal to 1. So you can take this minus up here. So in fact it will be y minus x is equal to 1. So any format you can write it down. Either this is the line or this is the line. Both are, I will not say same, but based on this condition. So understand, they are asking equation and intercept word. So I will use. So why these forms are given different? This one, this one, this one. Why these forms are given? So that based on the given information you can decide which standard equation you can use for determining the equation of line. I hope you got this point, children. So pause and note it down. Okay, let's have a look at this question now. Write down, okay fine, write down the equation of a line where P and alpha is given to you in this case. So P immediately should strike the normal form, perpendicular or normal form. So P is the distance given to you from this line to the origin, and alpha is the angle made by the perpendicular to this. So see, to find the equation of this line, I am using the P and alpha which are not connected at all to the line. So that's the beauty of this formula, x cos alpha plus 1. Derivation is not required here, just have to show how to get out of the work. So basically what is the thing they are telling us? Find the equation of the line. So basically it's a perpendicular or normal form. Because a perpendicular form of line is required. So I think it is x cos alpha plus y sin alpha is equal to 3. But basically, you know, perpendicular form, they are asking us proper equation of a line using this data. Right? P stands for the perpendicular distance. Great. So cos 120 I can do it. Now how I will tell you? Cos 120. You can write cos of 180 minus 60. Add sugar to coffee rule. Right? We are done in trigonometric function. So cos 180 minus theta. So cos 180 minus theta is cos 60, but it will be a second quadrant, so minus cos 60. So tell me minus cos 60, that means the answer is minus 1 by 2. So cos 120 is nothing but minus 1 by 2. Similarly, I want to find sin 120. So sin 120 is sin of 180 minus 60. So second quadrant it is sin 60, which is nothing but root 3 upon 2. So I got the value of cos 120, I got the value of sin 120. So I just put this across, sin 120, right? And that just place this value in this, that's the way. So this will become x into, that is minus 1 by 2 plus y into root 3 upon 2 is equal to 3. So our answer is minus x plus root 3y is equal to 6. So this is my equation of line based on this particular formula. Okay, children, this is also a one small pocket concept, not required to be explained in detail. Okay, just understand how to get the position of 2 points. Suppose a point is given to you A, okay, some point x y, and there is a line given to you. Now, suppose there is one more point given to you, say B, right? Now they want to find out whether this point A and B lie on the same side of the line or on the opposite side of the line. Matlab if A is there, B is there, or A is there, B is there. So its conceptual is by finding the distance from which is related to the x-axis, we use that concept. So that concept I just made it more simpler to you all and just understand. What they say, position of 2 points related to a line. How I find the position of 2 points? When the coordinates of the given points are substituted, so A and B is given to you, they ask you, for example, look at this, are these points are on the same side or the opposite side of the line? So when the coordinates of the given points are substituted for x and y in the given line, the line is also given, and if they have the same sign, I mean to say positive positive or negative negative on the same side, then the different sign on the opposite side. Okay? Or now let us see. Now in this case, we will try to put this operation here, not conceptual much to understand in this. Just a pocket concept, don't miss out this part. So are the points 2, 3, 1, 3 on the same side or opposite side? So this is the line. To first convert that into standard format. So general equation of a line. So this will become x minus 2y plus 3 equal to 0. Now when I substitute this A point, say 2, 3. What will happen now? This will become 2 minus 6 plus 3 is equal to how much? Ax plus by plus c equal to 0. So I am putting in this line and finding the sign of this. So 2 minus 6 plus 3. So 2 plus 3, 5. 5 minus 6 is minus 1. Now I substitute on this line 1 comma 3. So 1 comma 3 in the given line. 1 comma 3. What happens now? If I do 1 minus 6, so 1 minus 6 plus 3, so 3 plus 1 4, 4 minus 6 is minus 2. Value is not important, the sign is important. Hold on. So the sign is important, so both are negative. So remember, once again I will tell you, when the coordinates of the given points are substituted for x and y in the line, same sign on the same side of the line, same side of the line, different sign on opposite. So both are negative. So the value is not important, the negative sign or positive sign is important. So both are negative, that means A and B lie on the same side of the line. This is just given one of the corner of the textbook, so it's a lesson. So I just took it off for you. So I hope you got this point, my children. So pause and note it down. The note of this note is very important, and then you can go on. Okay, children, concurrency of lines. Again, this is done in class 10. Remember, what is concurrent? The 3 lines are said to be concurrent. 2 or more than 2 lines are said to be concurrent if they have a common point of intersection. Right? So, what is concurrency? 2 or more lines. In fact, I will say 3 or more lines are said to be concurrent if they have a common point of intersection. Now, it's a very easy concept actually. Intersection. Now, what is important here is, what they say, 3 or more lines are said to be concurrent if they have a common point. So suppose if I consider this is x1, y1, that means this point lies on this line also, this line also, this line also. That means what? It should satisfy all the 3 lines. Then I say that the point is concurrent. The lines are concurrent. Why? Because the lines intersect one particular point. So one type of question would be, they will ask you whether to find that these 3 lines are concurrent or not. Matlab they have a common value of x or y or not. Very easy to understand, very easy to prove. Second, prove that the lines are concurrent. Third, they will give you some unknown thing over here and they will say the lines are concurrent. Whatever is the procedure remains the same for all the three types. So first is, I want to prove it is it's concurrent. Concurrent का मतलब क्या? It has a common solution for x and y. So what we do is, in normal terms, you solve the first two equations simultaneously. Whatever the x and y value you get, take that and put in the third equation. And if it satisfies, if LHS will become equal to RHS, that means that xy is the solution for these two lines. Definitely we solve simultaneously, and the third line also. That means x and y is the common solution or is the common point for all the three lines. So if it is a common point, means what? That is point of intersection. That means all the three lines are meeting, are intersecting at a particular point. So let us see about this question here. So it is an exercise sum. So 5x plus 3y is equal to 7. I am solving this. Any two equations go. I need not solve these two. Any two. So I am just solving this two. So 3x minus 4y equals to 10. So what I can do is I will just multiply this by 4 and this by 3 to solve it simultaneously. So 4 5s are 20x plus 12y equals to 28. Then 9x minus 12y is equal to 30. Now see what happens here in this case now. So this will get cancelled. 29x equals to 58. So x is nothing but 2. Take this 2 and put in this now. So 5 2s are 10. Any equation you can put. Plus 3y is equal to 7. So y will be equal to minus 1. So I got x value as 2 and y value as minus 1. Take this, see, now this 2 and minus 1 satisfy both these lines. Now I have to find whether 2 minus 1 satisfy this line also. If it satisfies, then 2 minus 1 is a solution for this. Matlab it is a point which satisfies all the three lines. When can a point satisfy all the three lines? When it lies all on the three lines. So 2 and minus 1 put. So substituting, this you can put 1, this you can put 2, this you can put 3. Third line. So substituting in equation 3, what happens over here? 2 plus 2 into minus 1. What is it? 0, which is equal to RHS. That means what? This 2 and minus 1 is nothing but a common solution for the three lines. It satisfies all the three lines. That means these lines are concurrent. One more example of different type we will do on concurrency, but I hope you understood how to find whether the lines are concurrent or not. Okay, so pause and note it down. One more example on this we will cover right here. Okay children, I think the concurrency is a very simple concept what we have seen over here. They are telling a different level of question on concurrency. For what value of A are the three straight lines? So this line, this line, this line are concurrent. So what value of A is concurrent? Whatever it is, what is meant by concurrency? The x and y will satisfy all the three. It is understood. Here it is given they are concurrent. You have to prove it. So just find x and y first. So you know what to do to find x and y. So I believe it will be 4x equals to, if I cancel this off, 4x equals to minus 4, x equals to minus 1. Take this over here and put and find the value of y. Minus 1 minus y plus 2 equal to 0. It is 1, so y is nothing but 1. So 1 and minus 1 and plus 1 will be the point of x and y, which is satisfying all the three. Now substituting in equation 3. Substituting in equation 3. What happens now? It will become minus 1 plus 2a plus 5 equal to 0. Why I am substituting? Because this point will satisfy this line also, no? Because the lines are given as concurrent. So the xy, whatever you get, it will satisfy automatically the third line. So it will become 2a plus 4 is equal to 0. 2a is equal to minus 4, a is equal to minus 2. So this is what they are asking you. For what values of a the three straight lines are concurrent. So same logic, same explanation, but simple way of looking at this. Okay, so pause and note it down.